if you are a BizApps partner who is already growing at a huge rate, like 50% plus, and you're transacting consistently, you have no problem with delivery resources, etc. Maybe this program is not for you, so you're free to leave the call and use your time elsewhere. But however, if you're feeling you're not grasping the full market opportunity and that your BizApps growth is not at the right level, or that your sales are inconsistent, or that you have restricted growth because of lack of resources, delivery resources, please stay, because this webinar will introduce you to the program that Joey mentioned that can transform your business. And Joey mentioned briefly a bit about my background. I've been in the dynamic space for 20 years now. I used to work for Microsoft for 10 years, helping partners scale their dynamics practices. And then I left 10 years ago to set up 365 Talent Portal, where we worked with 1,000 partners around the world, helping them with resources and training. And my team works very closely with Microsoft around the world, Microsoft Corp, regional, local, and as well as the distributors. And we've done a lot of training programs around capacity, capability, marketing, sales, consulting, functional, technical, delivery. But last year, we came to the conclusion that something key was missing. It's just we needed to pull it all together into one program that actually focuses on the leadership, and it starts with the top down. And we had a pilot in Ireland that was very successful, and Microsoft now asked us to scale this with companions. So it's an opportunity for you to leverage this. It's not a new concept. It's kind of, we packaged it last year, and it worked really well. So today I'll share with you the concept of how it all works, what's in it for you, and hopefully you can leverage it. Yeah. So this is not just a strategy workshop. It's actually a leadership program for you that is designed. It starts with the leaders. It's designed for leaders, and for SMB businesses, like I think most of you are, it's actually designed for the CEOs, COs, for larger companies, it's the practice leaders that take part of it. And it's a top-down approach where the leaders create the vision and the business case for the growth, and then they pull in the various departments, which are marketing, sales, delivery, for the execution of the plan. And you might already have a plan. All of you probably have plans, but this is working kind of on a different levels, kind of specifically for your growth. And this really works because we've seen so many organizations building a plan once and then not being agile to the changing environment and like changing economy and AI coming into us. So it's really good to revisit your plans and adjust it constantly. So this program is kind of very valuable because it will help you adjust your vision and on why are you doing that, and then pull in the rest of the company. And we've seen so many companies sometimes working in kind of in separation with marketing and sales and delivery that is not aligned. And we've seen marketing might not be kind of delivering. They might be doing a product messaging as opposed to specific targeting message to specific niche. Salespeople going after every opportunity that is thrown at them, or partners and partners not converting the sales quickly, and or might not have the right delivery resources that might have oversold. And I'm not saying this is the case with you. You're probably running your company very efficiently. I'm just quoting some of the companies we worked with throughout the last 20 years. So having an aligned program that starts with the leaders and like handholds the execution in every department is really a very effective approach. And we're here not just to teach you theory, but handhold you together with companion to the execution in a long-term approach. So, as I mentioned, this program puts everything together, and it's not a 2 weeks wonder. Transformation doesn't happen so quickly. It's actually in a period of 8 months, but a lot of the learning happens in the first 6 months. And as a result of all of this, this program will help you grow your pipeline, grow your revenue, bring net new customer acquisitions, and improve your delivery capacity and capability. And you will hear the best practices from the market, from like a lot of the theory, but it's designed specifically for biz apps. And it leverages a lot of the various resources that Microsoft and Companion offer throughout the journey. But you'll hear it in a structured way. When is the right time for you? And because very often we get so much information overflow, but we forget it just in the moment when we most need it. So you can leverage all of these incentives in the right time. And so what's the commitment from you? Yes, it's commitment, and the biggest commitment is your time. And I did mention it's an 8-month program, but transformation doesn't happen overnight. It is a journey. We will meet on a weekly basis initially in the first few months, usually the same time, same day, same time. And you'll be working in a collaborative cohort of 8 partners. And this is very important for us to go through it together. The 8 partners are not sharing individual plans. Everything is confidential between us and your organization, but we pull together each other in a journey. We'll have 10 group sessions, training, 9 coaching sessions that are group sessions, and 6 individual coaching sessions for you as team, not one-on-one as individuals, but your teams and our team. And the way it works is kind of we use Teams, and a lot of the training and the group coaching is delivered like we're doing it now. But when we break out into breakout rooms where you do a lot of the individual work. And the cohorts really work well because the partners are not sharing individual concept and strategies, but they share experience with each other, and they really help each other, kind of pulling each other back. And we're offering this to you, but also to other European markets. In fact, we're presenting this to the UK and Irish partners tomorrow. So if you're interested, I'd suggest you express your interest quickly, because we're likely to fill in the next cohort very quickly, probably this week. So just kind of as an overview, it's an 8 months long-term program, and it's a commitment of your time. But this is one of the greatest feedback we had from the partners, is this like brings accountability to the team, and this structured strategic work, which many of you probably don't do enough of, because as business people, you probably have too many day-to-day things and operational things that get in the way. But the partners really got into this habit of strategic work once a week, like at least an hour a week. And they continue doing this even after the program's finished, because they realize the benefit for their organizations and for the growth. So what sort of things do we cover in the program? As I said, it's like for the entire team, so there are lots of different topics. But when we start with the leaders, we look at the vision and the strategy of the company. We take on business growth concepts that you learn in MBA programs or business courses, but apply them specifically for biz apps, and take best cases kind of in terms of what works really well. But we allow you to tailor it specifically for you, because there's no secret formula that works for every business. Every business is unique. So you need to take this, and you will work with your team on customizing it specifically for your business. And very importantly, working on the why question, what the purpose behind is, like, why are you doing that? What will it bring your business, your team, you as well personally as a leader to go through this journey? And we were surprised, very few leaders have done that. So there's like a lot of people have plans on how to do things, but not thinking of why we're doing that. So there'll be a lot of work on that in the early phases. And we'll work on the value proposition for your chosen market, not just kind of a biz app generic one, but specific for niches that you choose to target, and working in your unique differentiation. And we will look at the different customer segments and the buyers personas, and what solution you could offer them, and whether you need to build your own IP or leverage some of the existing solutions there. Again, every company is different, so there's no answer, it's not the same answer for everyone. And that's why we have a lot of individual work with your teams. And only then we will look at the marketing messaging and choosing the right channels of how to promote it. And throughout this program, you will build a growth plan, which you will present to us in different stages. And that's kind of not presenting to the other partners, but to our team. And it's completely confidential. And you might choose to involve other people. You might choose to involve Companion or maybe even Microsoft to listen and give you feedback. But it's a brainstorming way we can add value to you and ideas of how you can adjust that. And there are different checkpoints of when we do that throughout the program. And then we also go through sales mastery. So how do you sell to your chosen audience and how do you reduce your sales cycle? We look at different delivery models and kind of choose what works really well for you. And they're like 4 models that we normally present, but most partners kind of go in different directions. And we'll look and help you look into a plan of how to build your talent and upskill your team. And even if you're interested, even build your employee value proposition as that. And throughout the program, not just at the end, we will incorporate various Microsoft and Companion programs and help you leverage this all better. Because there's a lot you can take advantage of, but I bet you're not leveraging it completely. So again, we'll work in partnership with Companion and making sure you get the right information in the right part of the journey. So that's kind of like, how do you join and when does it start and how much does it cost? So we are running a Companion cohort starting in mid-January. And the normal price for the partners is 9,300 per partner, not per individual, but for your whole company. And we have a special Companion pricing of 7,550 euro. And this is, as I mentioned, for your entire team for 8 months transformational program with 25 strategic growth sessions. And believe me, if you were to run this by yourself or go to various different courses for the different elements, it's going to be at least double. So this is really kind of a low price for what you get. And yes, there is a cost, but again, think about the return on investment, and I'll give you some examples of partners who have been through this, but also the lost opportunities. So if you don't do it, how much will it cost you as well as a lost business, lost opportunity? And as Joey mentioned, very important, you can leverage your Companion service funds for that. You can also leverage the Microsoft Co-op funds. So many of you, if you have enough funds left, this could cover the cost of your entire program. Even if you have to invest, it's an investment that is, you will see kind of it's transformational for your business. So it will accelerate kind of the pipeline growth, the sales, net new business, and your delivery capability. So it's a unique opportunity to do it in a very structured way and leverage these resources. So we've got 8 spaces left, actually 7, because one of the partners heard about it even before we announced it to the UK team. So they want to join. So we've got 7 spaces left. And tomorrow this would be presented to the UK and Irish partners. And we have about 100 people attending. So again, if you're interested, please let Joey know as soon as possible. So let me give you some real examples of actually partners who have been through this journey and what it meant to them. So Ergo, a partner, and again, as I said, we piloted in Ireland last year until actually this summer, so Microsoft's last financial year. So Ergo, an existing Dynamics partner, they're also modern work partners, and they were concentrating on focusing sales and customer engagement and Power Platform. They were interested in Business Central, and again, all of this is they've agreed for us to share. So I'm not sharing anything confidential. So they were very happy with the program. So this is kind of their feedback that they agreed to share with other partners. So what they really, their big pain is they were mostly relying on large deals, but they were not focused, and they were going after every large bid and not winning kind of successfully. So we looked at their verticals and narrowed down top sectors, and we worked heavily on their proposition and marketing. And they're also interested in SMB deals and the smaller size and low entry point where they can expand later and kind of upsell as well. So as a result of the program, the big takeaway for them is actually we help them with the clarity and prioritization. So it's really aligned with their CEO's initial strategy, but then they enhance this kind of based on current reality. So as a result of the program, they grew their pipeline by 42% and added 5 new logos in a kind of in a new sector for them, which is kind of very quick. And that was like within during the program. So since then, they've had even more wins. The other thing they had as a challenge is the employees were leaving, so the employee retention was a challenge. So they created an internal employee academy, and their attrition rate dropped by 10%. And the other element is delivery capacity stopped them from selling, particularly in the BC sector, so which was new for BC, was new for them, Business Central. So they were shy from selling because they said we don't have the delivery capacity. So we established 2 partnerships for them that kind of really paid off. So it enabled them to sell confidently and deliver, use the partner resources for pre-sales and post-sales kind of for the delivery. So they were really happy with the program. They actually presented at one of our events, and again, they really benefited. And they're the ones that continue meeting now weekly to carry on the momentum, because they really is something that they really embraced as an approach. Another partner, Storm, so also BC CRM Power Platform, existing partner, but they wanted to grow more strategically in the SMB space. So they needed the differentiation and spotted a new market opportunity in a completely new vertical for them. So they even published that solution on Marketplace and started selling it that way. And throughout the program for that particular new niche, they built a pipeline of 500,000 only by spending 5K on marketing, which is significantly lower than what they normally do, because the marketing was very tailored and kind of very specific. And it really helped them kind of change the way that they market any of their solutions. They also had their largest sales month revenue in June. Microsoft were very happy with that. And they closed their biggest Business Central deal ever. So that by applying a lot of the learnings. And because they had such a big demand, they hired 3 new employees as part of that. And another partner, they were completely new to Dynamics. Actually, they are modern work partner, but they tried Dynamics for a couple of years. They tried and failed, but with us, they closed their first Dynamics deal with 200K euro revenue. That includes services, by the way. Some of you might say we don't close licenses that big. This includes license and services. And they build a pipeline of 650K euro, and they can see 1 million euro pipeline opportunity throughout the year. They also chose the P2P model, so working with other partners on the delivery until they build their capacity and capability. And they say, we can see the return on our investment. It's nice to see the investment turning into money within such a short period. And they tried for 2 years before without any success. So what can you gain? Just to summarize, it will help you increase your pipeline. So again, you've seen the examples of 42% growth and pipeline, net new pipeline of 500 to 600K in kind of new markets. Pump up your sales. Again, you saw in the example I gave you 5 new wins in one new completely market. Think about your existing markets. How much can you accelerate that as well? Larger deal size because they're starting to upsell as well, and enhance capacity and capabilities through the different models. P2P might not be the right thing. You might want to build your own resources. Perfect. We have formulas for that to work with you on that, leveraging your resources and advise you on this and how best to do it. Great. So, and what could you lose? So you can, there's like strategic growth. Think about the untapped opportunity in the market and the unfocused strategy. You might carry on doing your day-to-day business and missing on kind of this transformational opportunity to take your business to the next level. And Joey mentioned it again, co-op funds plus companion service funds. Yeah, you might have some unused money left that will expire. So this can pay towards your transformation. So I hope that kind of incentivizes you to take this initiative on board. And if you're interested in signing up, please contact Joey, or you can contact me directly and let me know.